Hello and welcome to my life where this is unscripted, unedited, and it's going to have all the bloopers right in the video because I'm not doing any editing. This series is a journal of my mental health and spiritual journey through some major life changes. And currently I'm discussing a major life event change of deciding to move and going through all the steps of that. Later on in the series, I'm going to cover aspects of that, such as shifting my job and packing and moving and dealing with other life stressors on top of all of this as well. So last video I talked about our February trip down to Myrtle Beach looking for property, finding one in North Myrtle and putting in the offer. So in this video I am talking about meeting with the mortgage broker, approval amounts that were fluctuating and changing, and how stressed we were over the down payment and a couple other minor things like that. So let's get into it. So when we first got down there, we met with our mortgage broker and he gave us a figure for looking at properties that was on the higher end of what we were comfortable with. And as I discussed in my last video, the first 4 properties we looked at were lower than that, more in our comfort range. But then one popped up on the market that was on that higher end, and we would have been pushing it to get it accepted at that higher thing. Well, after we put in the offer, and it was contingent on mortgage approval, luckily, another meeting with the mortgage broker, and he refigured and decided, since we don't have landlord experience, that the amount we qualified for was a little lower than that. So we had to make a major decision to make. Do we want to take the majority of our life savings and put it down as a down payment, eliminating our safety net that we were hoping to keep? So we had a rough night's sleep that night, and we went over all of the figures. We called up the realtor and discussed figures. We called up a property manager we were in talks with and discussed figures and got estimates for Airbnb rental income and calculating how much out we would have to be paying in addition in order to make rent, make mortgage each month on the property, taking into consideration the down time, the in-season versus out-season times, and how well snowbirds rent out for the off-season and things like that. And we thought, we can do this, we can make it work. So we said yes, and we put all our money, or a large chunk of it, into the down payment. Promised it out for the down payment of this house to be able to buy it. And so that was very stressful. That was a very stressful time for me anyway, and for my husband as well, as we were calculating when to take money out of the savings, out of the investments, and put it into getting ready for the closing, getting it ready to be able to be dispersed for closing. So that's it. That's all I planned to talk about for this video. So it's a little shorter than my other 2, but that's fine. I've got more videos coming up for you where I discuss more things. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about property managers and how well we picked one. And that's a big story. All right, so thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing and all the things. And I want to hear your comments of what you think of my journey so far. Any questions for me? Anything you would have done differently? All right, and I will see you in my next video. Namaste.